Cylinder. Find the surface area of a cylinder. What is it? 3D solid shape that consists of two circular parallel bases connected by a curved surface. Why? Cylinders are used in everyday objects, chip cans, parts of engines, glasses. Interesting fact, young hairs are called leverets. Let's discuss how to find the surface area of a cylinder. We're going to highlight the circumference red and the height blue. Now we're going to draw another height so we can peel apart the height of the cylinder. Now let's go ahead and start that process. So we're peeling apart the left side and the right side of our cylinder, and we're going to go ahead and continue until we get rectangles. As we can see, we have a rectangle on the left side and a rectangle on the right side. So let's go ahead and do the back side of our cylinder. Now we have rectangles on both sides. Now let's go ahead and put those two rectangles together to form one big rectangle. And what does all of that mean? Well, that big rectangle is the surface area around the cylinder, so in between the two bases. And now we're going to go ahead and color those circles red because they are the same distance as the length of the rectangle, and that distance is the circumference. What is the circumference? That is 2 pi r. Let's not forget about the blue lines, and they represent the height. And now we're just going to go ahead and focus just on the rectangle, which is the surface area between the two bases or the two circles. And remember, the formula for area of a rectangle is length times width. In this case, our length is 2 pi r and our width is our height. So the area of this rectangle is 2 pi r times h. Now we're going to go ahead and talk about our two circles or our two bases, where the circle area formula is pi r squared. And now we're going to have to combine our two circles because we need to find the total surface area for our bases, and that is 2 times pi r squared. Now let's go ahead and bring down the surface area of the rectangle, and once again that is 2 pi r times h. And now we have to add these three surface areas to find the total surface area for a cylinder, and that is surface area is equal to 2 pi r times h plus 2 times pi r squared. And now let's take a look at example 1, and now let's read the steps. Step 1, find the radius and the height. Step 2, use the formula. Step 3, follow order of operations. Now let's read the question. Find the surface area of the cylinder. We already have that formula written down. Once again, it is 2 times pi times r times h plus 2 times pi times r squared. Now we have an image, we have two measurements, 3 centimeters and 5 centimeters. 3 centimeters represents our radius and 5 centimeters represents our height. So let's go ahead and substitute those two measurements into the formula. Now we have surface area is equal to 2 times pi times 3 times 5, and that represents the rectangle, plus 2 times pi times 3 squared, and that represents the two bases or the two circles. Now let's go ahead and follow the order of operations. We're going to multiply 2 times 3 times 5, and the result of that is 30. So now we have surface area is equal to 30 times pi plus 2 times pi times 3 squared. Now we're going to go ahead and follow the order of operations and square the 3. And 3 squared is 9. So now we have surface area is equal to 30 times pi plus 2 times pi times 9. Let's go ahead and multiply that 2 into 9. That gives us 18. Now we have surface area is equal to 30 times pi plus 18 times pi. Now we have to add those numbers in front of the pi, and 30 plus 18 is 48. So now we have surface area is equal to 48 pi. We can't forget our units since we're on the topic of area, and those units are centimeters squared. So the final answer for the surface area of this cylinder is 48 pi centimeters squared. Now it is your turn, so go ahead and pause the video so you can take your time to answer the question, and I will show you the results in 3, 2, and 1. If you got it correct, well done. If not, there's always tomorrow.